Good evening, guys. How are we all doing? So Dan from Trading with Dan here. This is our Bitcoin evening wrap. A little bit later than usual because, well, I'm staying up until what is 2 o'clock here to then watch the debates, which, well, it's meant to be 90 minutes with some breaks. So what I'd guess 3 or 4ish. It'll probably finish. Well, nearer 4. That is if it goes ahead. I can honestly say in my mind I'm about 50-50 as to whether Biden is going to find some way to pull out of this. Like honestly, I'm not I'm nowhere. It's nowhere near guaranteed this guy's gonna show up. But yeah, we will see. We will see quite soon, actually. So yeah, that's why the video is a bit later. So anyway, that being said, if you guys wouldn't mind smashing the like button, and we will go straight over to those charts. Straight over to the Bitcoin chart first. Yeah, 4 hour, you can see we had a nice little test down into 10,600 again, but we got bought up quite nicely again. So yeah, obviously quite bullish. Looking like I say it's quite bullish. It's obviously good. It's good that we are holding this level, getting close to the 10.8 level, which is obviously the top level we've got to break through. Obviously that is a pretty bullish looking candle there. Obviously wick down, got bought all the way back up, and now trading higher, so you would expect continuation from there, and realistically you'd expect continuation through this 10,800. But as you know, we have got catalysts. We'll call it that at least. We have got catalysts in play this evening especially. So we don't really know what effects we're going to have on the market, but we do know that Trump is a market guy, so I'm pretty sure he's going to do his best not to not to tank those markets. So we'll have to keep an eye on those futures as they are talking. But yeah, so Bitcoin, Bitcoin is still, well, you can still see it's in a tightening range, and even increasing tightening range. So we've got to get an expansion of volatility at some point, and you would expect that point to be soon. And yeah, so we've got to wait for that. Over to our good old friend, the DXY, the dollar index. You guys know I've been saying that we can still be bullish here, but realistically we're going to have to come down and test some of these levels, and we are testing the first of those levels here, this horizontal. Testing this first horizontal, coming down pretty strong. Do we have a bounce here, or do we come down and test the next horizontal, which is down here, which is the low 93s, or do we even come down and test the trend line, and then do we bounce there, or do we just come and test them and keep going? But yeah, obviously we've gone level to level at the moment. You can see we've hit the level that coincided with this level here. Perfect rejection point, and then we came down to test the level which marked obviously the tops of these levels here. So it is pretty textbook trading within the ranges that we are looking at, and this is a pretty sharp decline. Yep, it's a pretty sharp decline. It looks like it's potentially gathering a little bit of speed. So realistically, are we looking at low 93s as a bounce point? Are we going to consolidate in this area and then make an executive decision on up or down? You guys know my views on this. You know what they are. Obviously I told you the chances did increase of this becoming bullish of that asset, but that only increased to 43% from a 40% for Q4 for this to be a buy. So clearly there's more probability that this is a sell still at the moment, so I'm sticking with that. And obviously the more it moves down, the more obviously it increases the chances of it being a sell in Q4 as well, which is the next one we're looking for. So yeah, let's have a look at good old stock market. Stock market still coming off that 4 hour 9, as you can see. Still, yeah, I mean we had a little bit of a move above, but then we came down, traded below it, and then proceeded to trade lower. I haven't got this horizontal drawn in, but you guys can probably see there is a level of significance around here that we could draw in. I don't know if I want to draw it out after the fact, because it's the point we're bouncing at now. It's not necessarily going to be the be all and end all and the holding up of the price, but it is a level of significance, so we will draw it in. You can see that basically the area, move it down a little bit, the area here, test here, test here, test here, and then yeah, a few little tests there. I don't know if we've got anything going further back. Oh yeah, we still got the tests up there as well. So yeah, it is an important level. It is a level that if we are going to stay bullish, I could definitely see us holding, bouncing off, which we're looking like we're trying to do anyway, and then make our move back up to that 3,400. 3,400 is an important level. But then again, yeah, it depends on it works to a certain extent. It can depend on what goes on, what transpires tonight. Or it may be a non-event, but it has the capacity to be an event as opposed to a non-event. But also, we also do know the dollar coming down. Stimulus has been agreed. Yeah, obviously, I was mentioning to you guys, obviously the infighting between the Democrats and Republicans over the Supreme Court judge was what I believe did send this up, was contributing to this going upwards. Other people were giving other reasons. I did notice other analysts giving other fundamental reasons. And what I will say about other analysts, they may be better chartists than me. They may be better technical analysts, maybe. But I don't. A lot of them, I don't really think have a grasp on the macro environment, and probably do the same amount of research and have done the same amount of research and read the same amount of books and studied markets for as long as I have for those. So I mean, yeah, I wouldn't necessarily listen too much to what their fundamental reasons are. Not that they necessarily matter so much, but I may be wrong, but I believe it was that, and not some things other people were talking about. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, dollar coming down. I mean, this level looks. I mean, we're going to get into this zone, and if we trade sideways in this zone, that won't be too bad. Won't be too bad price action looking wise, and then clearly, obviously, you guys, that I would be expecting it to break and positioning for it to break to the downside. But clearly, if we hold this area trade to the upside, especially if we hold this exact area at now, which isn't likely, just based on momentum, if we hold this area now and turn back up, it will look pretty bullish. And yeah, I mean, then obviously if we take out this, we're basically going to 97. I'll say 97s. Yeah, we're coming up to around this region here. But yeah, so we've got to keep an eye on that. Over to our friend Ethereum. Ethereum USD first in the 4 hour. Yeah, I mean, this is obviously, as you know, the weaker pairing between obviously Bitcoin USD and the price of Bitcoin, and also Ethereum against BTC. But yeah, if it can keep moving up, that would be fantastic. Ethereum Bitcoin was one we were looking at with the trend line. Obviously we want to break above this and make a move to the upside, but yeah, I mean, this looks kind of, I mean, it does look it does look like it can break down at any point, both these Ethereum US dollar and Ethereum BTC. So yeah, is that real? Am I seeing this? Has something happened here? Let's have a look at it on the daily. Yeah, it's a bit gappy, that. I'm not sure whether something's been recalculated or something. I don't know how much I trust that movement. I'm guessing a certain component has something's happened to a certain component somewhere of this. So yeah, I won't read into that too much. Let's have a look at gold and silver having a nice move up today. Let me just find them. Here we go. Yeah, I mean, this is obviously on a daily. If we go to a 4 hour, you can see still making progress upwards. And then that's on silver, and then gold also making progress upwards. I mean, this is the level. We've got a break in gold, and we can see we're at 4 hour 9. So potential sideways to down for a few candles here. And silver, silver didn't have that for. Oh yeah, sorry, silver did have the 4 hour 9 also. But silver has managed to regain that horizontal, as you can see. Silver was making better moves, was making bigger moves. It's just more responsive to moves up and down in gold. Obviously, silver will move up and down more. Yeah, so that obviously looking good. I mean, it's clearly the dollar driving that up as well. Yeah. Let's have a look at the stochastics, but I believe the stochastics are probably well, the volatility is coming down, so we may have some up, some down, especially on the shorter time frame. But yeah, 4 hour looking to turn back up from a relatively lowish base. It's in the bearish zone as opposed to the bullish half. So yeah, it's got plenty of room to run to the upside. 10 hour is now obviously coming down quite nicely. 12 hour looks like it's not going to make it all the way up here at the moment. Obviously, if price action stays where it is or goes lower. And then daily pointing back up, and then 2-day, well, hanging around up or down at the moment. It's actually just pointing up at the moment, barely. But yeah, you can see this is what I pretty much said we're going to have to expect. Obviously 3-day up, 5-day down. What we have to expect is that when you get a tightening of the range, a decreasing of volatility, you aren't gonna have well, the stochastics giving you as good a read. They're gonna be giving you mixed messages, which is basically what they are doing. So don't ask me why I was sat on the 5-day, but over to the weekly. I mean, you can see it very clearly, the pattern on the weekly, just the pennant. Is it a bull pennant? We had the move up, well, then consolidated a bit, and now are we going to move back up? You guys know that I think we are, just based on bearish dollar fundamentals. So yeah, that is it really, guys. Yeah, a late one tonight. Watching the presidential reality show. See if Biden comes out with him point and says you're fired. See if he fires him. Wouldn't that be funny? But yeah, hopefully it will be entertaining. I believe it'll be entertaining. Hopefully it'll be entertaining because I'm hoping for it to be entertaining, because why not be entertained with the political farce that is the modern world, the world today. But yeah, as you can see, anyway, Bitcoin, yeah, consolidating, looking for a move. Dollar easing off a bit here. Stock markets easing off a little bit here. Gold and silver looking good. Oil got whacked today. I'm sure there was some either inventory news or OPEC not basically being able to cut production, or something fundamentals made that move in oil. Oil was actually in a tight range, consolidating also, and it did have a breakout of its volatility today. So that is what happens. Low vol leads to high vol leads to low vol. So yeah, that is it, guys. Enjoy your evening, whatever you guys are doing. And I will speak to you guys in the morning.